You're rushing, again. Your heart is racing, you're checking your watch every 10 seconds, and you're already rehearsing the apology you're going to give when you walk through the door 15 minutes late. For most people, being late is a source of immense stress and social embarrassment. You don't want to be late, you planned to be on time, and yet no matter how early you set your alarm or how fast you drive, you find yourself behind schedule. If you are a chronic latecomer, society often labels you as lazy, disrespectful, or disorganized. But psychology suggests that chronic lateness is rarely about a lack of respect for others. Instead, it is often the result of a specific cognitive profile known as time blindness. While the world sees a broken clock, internally you are likely dealing with a unique way of processing reality and emotion. Today, we're going to dive into the hidden mechanics of the chronically late brain to understand why 5 more minutes is a lie you tell yourself, and how to finally sync your internal clock with the world. The first reason involves a cognitive bias known as the planning fallacy. This is the tendency to underestimate how long a task will take, even if we have performed that task 100 times before. In a highly active or optimistic brain, you don't remember the worst-case scenario travel time. You only remember the best case. Your brain tells you that the drive to work takes 20 minutes because it happened once on a holiday at 6 a.m. You ignore the reality of traffic, finding your keys, or hitting every red light. This is linked to the hippocampus, the part of the brain that stores memories of past events. For chronic latecomers, the brain edits out the friction of life, leaving you with an idealized and impossible timeline. The second reason lies in a struggle with executive function, specifically task transitioning. For many, there is a phenomenon called one-more-thing syndrome. Right as you are supposed to leave, your brain spots a dish in the sink, an unread email, or a stray sock. Instead of ignoring it, you feel a compulsive need to finish one small thing before you go. This is often a subconscious attempt to gain a sense of control before entering a new environment. Ironically, you are procrastin-working, using a productive task to delay the anxiety of transitioning from your home to the outside world. Your brain isn't being lazy, it's being overstimulated by the immediate environment, making it impossible to prioritize the future on-time self over the present busy self. Third, we have a hidden emotional barrier, the dread of the gap. Many chronically late people are actually terrified of being early. Psychologically, being early feels like wasted time. It forces you to sit in a lobby or a car, alone with your thoughts, feeling exposed or awkward. For those with high levels of social anxiety, walking into a room that is already full is intimidating, but waiting alone for people to arrive feels even worse. You subconsciously time your arrival to the exact second of the event to avoid this dead time. But because life is unpredictable, your attempt to be perfectly on time almost always results in being slightly late. Your lateness is actually a defensive shield against the discomfort of waiting. Overcoming chronic lateness isn't about buying a better watch. It's about cognitive recalibration. In psychology, we suggest the friction factor technique. You must manually add 25% more time to every estimate your brain gives you. If your brain says 10 minutes, your calendar should say 15. You must also learn to embrace the productive wait. Carry a book or a specific task that you only do when you are early. This turns the dead time into reward time, removing the subconscious fear of arriving before the clock strikes 12. The next time you find yourself reaching for one more thing before heading out, stop and ask yourself, am I finishing a task or am I avoiding a transition? Are you someone who lives in best-case scenario time, or are you fighting the one-more-thing syndrome? Let's discuss our struggle with the clock in the comments. If this resonated with you, join our community. Your journey towards an intentional life is just beginning. Your peace is worth the effort.